What's going on, everybody? Resale Rabbit here. This is going to be a fun one. We're doing a farm auction, and we're going to sell all the contents of this farm off on our website. I'm excited. So it's like an estate sale, but for a whole farm. There's a whole bunch of really good stuff here. I'm going to take you along on the process. This is the first of 3 interesting auctions that we're going to be doing over the next few weeks. So there will be 3 videos, but right now this is a farm that has been in the family for over 100 years. It hasn't been a running farm since the 70s, but they just sold the property to a dealership. They're tearing everything down except the barn. They are keeping the barn. So we're going to go through and sell off all the contents so it can be ready to be sold. So I'm going to take you along for the ride. There are 6 buildings on the property that are full of stuff. And there's some cool stuff, like this old truck. Everything's gonna start at $2. It's gonna sell for whatever it sells for. Are you excited? I know I am. So I'm in the basement. If you want a sauerkraut recipe, right here. Almost done down here. I'm working down here. Mitch is upstairs. There's some furniture down here. We're just gonna do all of this as one lot. It's kind of the lower value stuff. Same with the contents of the 2 shelving units. There's some vintage toys here. A couple of them I pulled to go on their own. Right over here. We've got a rocking horse, some more furniture over here. Not a ton down here, but should be about 50 lots.
Yo-yo?
I feel like I'm seeing a ghost here.
Yeah. Look at it, he's already dirty.
Just finished the garage. I've got a couple large groupings here. This is kind of cool, 1965. Sabisky cheese calendar, aprons, pans, tools, a whole bunch of different stuff. The trailer, that's listed. This beer sign I think is going to do really well, and the Schwinn bike, it actually has 2 seats. I think that'll do really well. We got a whole bunch of these grain bags, corn bags. Oh, I still have to do the license plates. Getting some progress done in here. So we actually have Tim helping out. All right, next is the chicken coop. This looks like it's about ready to cave in. There's not a whole lot in here. I'll probably do a lot of this here. This I might do on its own. Vintage window sashes will probably go as a lot. And honestly, I think I'll push everything to the edge. Everything else will be one lot. These, I don't even know what they're called. I have to look it up, but for the chickens where they lay the hens. There we go, looks like some antique license plates. In here, we've got trailer dolly. We got a water pump. I think the rest of it will probably be a lot. Maybe if those are like stone animals, it's too dark. I can't. Oh yeah, that's a deer. Maybe a squirrel and another squirrel. Those will go. This really feels like it's gonna cave in. I don't know how well it shows up on video, but this is bowing down pretty bad. This is the murder shack. Anyway, so Tim is in town. He's got a whole bunch of stuff at the warehouse that he wanted to go through and take a trip to his new city. But while he's here, he said he'd come help out a little bit, which is nice since we're storing several pallets of his stuff for free. But they're finishing up the house, and actually one of the neighbors who Mitch apparently knows is here helping out, just because she kind of grew up here and she's enjoying going through all the stuff. So we've got a lot of help right now, which is good. We're getting through this pretty fast. We're getting close to the end of the day. It's 4 o'clock. I gotta get out of here soon because I have a Whatnot stream tonight, which I haven't even started setting up for. But, so we'll have that, and then we'll be back here Thursday. The chicken coop is done. I also got videos of both of these running. And I took pictures of these while they're outside, because they're gonna get parked back inside the shop.
Tim, is your mom hot?
Pretty good looking for her age.
It's Thursday morning. We're heading back to hopefully get this one finished up today. So we're checking out the second floor of the house. I feel like this light's really cool. I feel like I'm walking in one of those abandoned houses. I took the banister. I feel like I'm expecting to see graffiti on the walls. Look at that wallpaper. I do like this wallpaper though. And this is where the kid that was neglected gets to live, in this little room. So we're in the little shed here. We got some beer crates, antique chair, scooter, some stuff here. We've got an auction guide, an old fan belt here, corn sheller, fishing stuff, some random stuff in here, an old scale, tires, and there's actually an upstairs to this little shed where we've got more stuff. Some glass block, stove, etc. A very safe staircase. Alright, I'm in the shop area making some good progress. Bunch of chain, we got a saw there, stuff along the walls, ladder. So across the street in those woods, there's an old like 1940s truck we just found out about today. So we have to pull it out because I don't think the customers are going to be able to get to it. So I've got the client back there with this tractor. I'm going to go see if he needs any help. I think if people think they have to dig it out of here, they're less likely to buy it. And then we got the fenders and stuff over here. Pretty rough shape, but I'm sure they'll get used. Just the fact that it was back here, that big oil tank had to be moved over. It's gonna sell for more money if it's accessible. I completely forgot I parked in the woods. All the way over there. I didn't even have to walk out here. He gave me a ride on the tractor. But that involved standing on the hitch, which is a bar that spins, with another bar that's swigging around right in front of me and kept almost hitting me. And I was holding on to, just like this, the fenders right by the wheels. It was really sketchy. I had that TikTok song going in my head. Let's go do some sketchy stuff. And now back to the farm, all the way out there. I don't think I showed much of the house. I wanted to sell this sink, but they're keeping it. They're gonna pull that out. But we got a whole bunch of lots in here. There was some decent stuff in here. But I didn't do it, so I didn't get to actually see this stuff. We are selling all the doors in the house. They've been taken off the hinges. We've got, I'm not gonna bother turning the lights on, but nice set of antique dressers here. There's this room here. I love the shag carpeting. Some furniture, toys, stuff like that. These were kind of neat. These are all brand new, like tea sets from the 60s. Oh, is that Winnie the Pooh? Huh, nice. I bet that'll do decent. And then we did this room here is kind of the low value stuff. It's just contents of room. Odds are whoever buys it's probably gonna leave the bed. Back for day 3. I shouldn't be here more than an hour or two. get finished up, and it's just me here today. So redoing a few pictures. I just want to give more pictures of this trailer. This is a really nice trailer. This belongs to, I don't know if I mentioned, there are 4 different people with consignor numbers here. But this trailer, I just wanted to get more pictures showing the underside. This is a 1991, if I remember right. It's got the title and everything. In Wisconsin, trailers don't need titles or tags. So usually when you sell a trailer like this, it doesn't have a title. I think it's 2,500 pounds or 4,000 pounds, something like that is the cutoff where you need to get a title. But having a title, I think this will do really well, especially for people who are buying it and taking it out of state. But there were no pictures of the underside. And a trailer this old, it's really important to have the underside so you can see there's no rust. This thing is in really nice shape. I also redid these 2 hoists. Mitch had them together because they were stacked together by the consignor. So I separated those. I took new pictures because this one's an electric hoist. This one's just a regular pulley hoist. And then like this whole cluster here belongs to another person along with the hoists. So did I show you the barn yet? Yeah, I think so. I need to go down below and I'm gonna retake pictures of the old Dodge truck too. See if I can find a VIN on it. But we got like this antique wagon. I believe this is something potato related. I've got it written down. We've got this little harvester cultivator. Did Mitch not get this? I don't see a tag on it. So I'm gonna take pictures of it just in case. We'll just give it a random number. He did get this, which I highly doubt is going to sell, but we got some furniture over here. There's a pile of wood back there. Some random odds and ends, a plow, a tiller, some old wheels. Lots of stuff in here, despite it being pretty empty. What else? Oh, this thing. I don't even know what this is. Some sort of mill, maybe? 423. I don't know why I just mentioned what that is. Oh, these are cool log cutouts. I'm gonna get a shot of these. I know he had all the lumber in here as one lot. This is probably part of it, so I'm gonna have to make sure that's out of that picture, but I think someone will buy those. And then we've got a whole bunch of siding over here. We got all these barrels. We've got this corner here, a couple of wheels, a milk can, a shovel. In order to keep these extra lots in sequence, what I'm doing is this is 436. I'm gonna make that 436A and B. But both of these drawers have a bread box in them, which is kind of cool. And there's some organizers in there. It's got the enameled top. I did the same thing over here. That's 419A and this could be 419B. I feel like people will make tables out of these or something. I think these will sell. The underside of the barn. I think we're gonna pull the snowmobiles in this trailer out on pickup day. That way the truck can come out more easily if they show up sooner. We will have the seller. They're gonna have 2 tractors here to help load and move stuff like this for people, which will be nice. Let me see if I can get a VIN off of this. On the Chevy, it was down in here. But Dodges are a little bit different. And sometimes they don't have serial numbers or anything. And I'm not seeing any tags or plates or anything down here. I pulled a number off of it yesterday, but I ran it through a database and it is not the number. But it was this down here. So I'm thinking this is not going to have a serial number. Dodges, the way they work, they have an engine number, and there's no engine. So I don't think there's going to be anything on it. So that'll make this interesting to sell. It doesn't really matter. Odds are whoever buys this is just going to pull the parts off of it or use it as like a lawn ornament. But knowing the year, knowing the year, where it was manufactured, stuff like that helps. Like the Chevy that we pulled out of the woods, I ran the VIN and said it was made in Janesville, Wisconsin. It's a 1951, I don't remember the model, half-ton pickup, but it was made in Wisconsin. And I feel like especially someone who wants it to be like a lawn ornament or something. I feel like that little bit of information, because it was made in the state, is going to potentially encourage a couple extra bids. So it's nice having that. This thing has so many extra parts. We got 2 rear ends here. We got a couple extra fenders, an extra steering column. This is, I don't know what these are, but some of these are clear, like they're meant to be windows, but they're like a plexi. The glass all seems to be like there's a crack in that one. I don't know if the glass is in this window. Yeah, that's broken. That window's good though. The windshield has some cracks, so we don't have all of the glass, but we have some of it. Well, one of them. Yeah, and the fenders are on it, so the ones in the back are extra. We got a tailgate down here, which is why we sold that one separately, because that someone's gonna wanna hang in their garage. One of the headlights, I believe it's got the transmission. I don't know if this is it or if there's another one on it. And then up there's another rear end that we're selling with it. I'm not gonna move it though. We'll let the buyer, if they want it, they can grab it. But I can't find a serial number on it, but I got new pictures, more detailed pictures. And hopefully this does well. I can't tell if that's a VIN plate or that's just a repair. On the outside here, it does look like some Bondo was put here, so I think that's just a repair. And it would be weird to have it on the fender. Sometimes they'll put it on the frame ahead of the the firewall, and I'm not seeing it here. All I could see was that number on the other side, which nothing was coming up from that. All right, I think I got what I needed here, so I'm gonna go into the machine shop and finish up, but I'll show you some other stuff in here. Oh, we got another snowmobile here. I was told that he drove this and parked it here one day, and this is just where it sat, and that was probably 20 years ago. Some forks, a really large boat motor. He's keeping that cultivator, but we've got this lime spreader that we're selling, this steel box. Looks like there's a plow or something, another cultivator back there. And we got these big troughs. There's this one, there's one in the other room. Ladder. What else? Oh, I gotta get a picture of the rear end and the front, just in case you didn't get that. There's the other trough. This is a rail system for a barn door. And then just a whole bunch of random stuff. We get some old dollies here. These, I think, will do well. That one's a drum dolly. I'm not sure about the other two. But sometimes these can be a few $100. We've got over there silo tubes, silo fill tubes. This was a parade float. I don't think it's gonna sell, so we never didn't bother. Back in the 70s, I think he said Spirit of 76, they had this on a trailer. What else? The bike that's covered in dust, these spools, little boat trailer, lumber. Oh no, I think he was keeping the lumber. The silo's still over here. There's not really anything good in here to sell, but we still have the silo. Goes all the way up. Like a lighthouse, but it'll be a weird place to put a lighthouse because there's no water around. We got this feed cart, some wire, looks like a live trap. And then over here, we've got a whole bunch of snow fence, which I think will do well. And then there's the extra rear end. So, it's a big barn. That is it for that. Now, I just need to go to the machine shop right there. Finish up. So I showed you all of this stuff that we got done. We got more along here. A lot of this is like, this pile is a lot. This cutting torch is a lot. This is kind of neat. Trailmobile, it's only worth like $20, but then we got an International Harvester. Those aren't worth a lot, but I put it with it. Beer sign, some taps. Those are some tap blades. Just a whole bunch of stuff. This is a leaf vacuum system, John Deere. Carts, this is a cable cart, an old wagon. We have this little Craftsman workbench here. Slush bucket, there's another one back there. So some decent stuff, couple of snow blowers. There's this one here, one there. A whole bunch of these milk cans, chain. I got all of this done I need to do this stuff between the doors. Now, this is two different consigners. We've got one consigner here, and then we got one over there. I already did some of his stuff and moved it back here. This guy, he's got a whole bunch of these beer crates. These are Ocano beer, which these are really expensive. But like, if these were in nice shape, not even like, looks just like this, but the print is, you know, legible, they'd be like $100 to $200 each. But they're all so faded, you can barely tell. So I'm actually doing them in lots of 6. I did this one in lots of 3 because you can kind of see it on that crate. But the rest of them we're doing in lots of 6, and I'm sure we'll get $50 per lot, I would imagine. This is kind of cool. Miller High Life, this is, you put 6-packs on here, and it's spring loaded. So as it sells down, that lifts up, so it's always at a reasonable height. But anyways, I got to get through this stuff. It shouldn't take long. That's all that's left today, and then I'm out of here. Oh, and even though like these, you can't, I guess you can kind of see it, but if it doesn't show up at all, it is stamped Ocanto on the sides. So I have been checking that. So I spread out some of the bigger stuff here. This is actually in really nice shape. I think that'll do well. I have no idea what this display stands for, but it's really old. This wheelbarrow, usually we don't get a ton for them, but this one's all steel. The wheel is steel, the handles, everything is steel. So this would be good for heavier stuff. I know I've broken a few overloading it, so you're not gonna break that one. We got a sewing machine, volleyball net. This thing is so cool. I've never seen anything like it. We've got a lawn sweeper, tiller, and then because this is the cutoff for his stuff, the stuff in the wall I did to the right of the tag is gonna be one lot, and the stuff in the wall to the left of the tag will be another lot. And then I've got this stuff yet to do. This is kind of neat. It's a little shop cart, but it's got stairs on it. I feel like this would definitely come in handy for someone. I think someone will pay up a little bit for this. Over here, there's a bunch of smalls, so I'll probably set up one more table, but a lot of this is just tractor parts. So that'll be one lot. He's got stuff in this box, but I think this box is an older beer box. I think that will probably go on its own. And then some other smalls along here too. I forgot the lot cards. Ben is running them up to me because he said he's just leaving. He's heading this way. So I'll save a little bit of time, but now I'm just kind of waiting around. I think what I'm gonna do is take pictures anyways. When I take pictures, the first picture is a picture of the lot card, and there needs to be a picture of the lot card there because when I put it into the system, it automatically deletes the first picture. So I'll just take a picture of my hand, take a picture of the thing. And then I'll just have to refer when I'm numbering, you know, renaming the lots, refer to the spreadsheet to make sure I'm in the right spot. That way, when he gets here, I should be just about done and I can just go and stick all the lot cards to things. I think that's what I'm gonna do. That way I'm not just kind of waiting for 20 minutes. All finished, about 2 hours or so, including waiting. 538 lots total. I don't think I missed anything. Got another table set up in here for some of the smaller stuff. And we are done. So this will go online. It'll take me about an hour to get everything processed and everything, get it online. I have to edit the video of the tractor running and stuff like that. Once it's online, so today's Friday, it will stay online until not this coming Tuesday, but the Tuesday after that. And then we'll come and this whole place will empty out in like 8 hours time. So I'm making a video of this thing running. That way people can see it runs on the website. So this little overlay here, I've got a template that I put together in Canva. So all I need to do is update what it is and the bidding date. And then I can download it with a transparent background and it looks super nice. And then we upload that to YouTube and attach it to the lot. So the auction is about to start closing in about an hour, but I'm at another auction that we're working on. I just want to give you a sneak peek. This one I am super excited about. So many collectibles, bar light or signs, all sorts of different stuff. We got hams back there. This is the second floor. This is the living space of this building, but there's so much more. I'm not gonna go in there because it's getting dark, but there's a bunch of vintage watches in there. And around here, there's even more. And down here, I mean, they are everywhere. Every single wall in this place. And some of them are pretty rare. And this place just goes on and on and on forever. But I'm not going to give too much of it away. That video will be coming up in a couple of weeks. Once this auction, we still have to get it online, let it run its course, and then sell. And I'm filming the whole way. So let's get back to the warehouse so we can get this one in the books. So it is 5:56. The way this is going to work, we start closing at 6 o'clock with this. Where's my cursor? With this one right here, we will close at 6 o'clock. These two obviously are informational lots. They will have no bids. The lots will close one every 20 seconds unless one of these lots gets a bid within the last 2 minutes. Then it will extend it by 2 minutes. The reason that is like that is so everybody gets a fair shot. It's not like eBay where you can snipe at the end. It acts more like a regular auction, because in a regular auction where there's someone out there talking really fast and calling bids, they're not just going to stop at a set time. They're going to keep going until they get the last bid. They're going to say going once, going twice. And if someone bids again, then they're going to open it right back up again. So every 20 seconds, unless one of them extends for 2 minutes, subsequent lots after that will continue on the 20-second intervals, even if a lot prior has been extended. And we got 542 lots, so that should be about 3 hours. Should be done about 9 o'clock, and then I will charge cards and the whole shebang. We are at $9,359 in total bids right now. Usually it doubles between when the first bid closes, or when the first lot closes and the last lot closes. So that'll put me right around that $20,000 estimate that I had. We'll take a quick look at the most expensive things. With an hour and a half left, the tractor is at $1,705. The Dodge truck is at $1,005. This trailer seems really low at $980. I was estimating about $2,000 for that. Lawnmower at $500, which is a little over what I was expecting. This one's at $405, a little lower than what I was expecting. I think I was thinking like $800 for this one, $600 to $800. $280 for this torch, $270 for the other truck, $100 for this cultivator, $90 for this mill. Nice. This calendar shocks me. Look at this, $85. I'm gonna click into this. It's missing a bunch of pages. The ones that are here, including the one with the artwork, ripped up. I just assumed this would go for like $5 if it sold at all. But it's at $85 right now. That's what I say. Some things will really surprise you in how expensive they go. Some things will surprise you at how cheap they go. All right, so we got about a minute before the first lot closes. Whoa, look at this. I don't know if that showed it just a second ago when I was on this page. This was at $3, which shocked me how cheap it was. Just a minute ago, this was at $3, which shocked me because it works. It's a cool vintage fridge. Now it's at $42.50. So things will jump up pretty fast. Washer and dryer sets climbing. If you want to watch one of these close, a really exciting one, I would say, the one that I just teased a little bit, November 5th at 6 p.m. Central Time, it starts closing on our website, which is in the description below. And you can watch one close and see how it dings every time a bid comes through. It's exciting. This Blizzards hat, Green Bay Blizzards, that's arena football. I did not expect that to go for more than a few bucks. I thought it was cool, and I thought maybe I would want to buy it for like $2 or $3. It's at $15. Washer and dryer's getting a few more here. So washer and dryer's up a little bit. That's up a little bit. I'm bidding on this because I think I can flip it on eBay for about $50 or so. This thing here goes for about $25, but with the filters, I think I can get $50. I don't think I want to go anymore. I just knew these bar stools were cool enough to get some bids. They sat low the entire auction, and they're not going for crazy money, but I'm pretty happy with that for those. They're kind of neat looking. I'm winning this sign. I'm gonna hang it up in the warehouse. Pulaski Marching Band when they played at the Rose Bowl. And then the shell, I'm shocked that's only $2. They're like $20 on eBay. So I guess I'm gonna flip that on eBay. I put this lot together specifically for myself. These vintage Sears and JCPenney catalogs will sell for about 20 bucks each on eBay. And then this is an old phone book for Green Bay, which I use for archiving. All things that really have no value, which is why I'm winning it for $2. I wouldn't have sold otherwise. If I didn't personally want them, I wouldn't have put these in a lot. I thought about bidding on this cast iron drain cover because it does say Green Bay on it, but it's kind of big and I don't think it would look that great in my collection. Oh, someone outbid me on this. Old phones and stuff. There's something weird in there that I think if I price high enough, I can put it on eBay and make something, but it's going to be a bit of a gamble. I don't know if I want to go much higher than this. Holy crap, this frog is at 60 bucks? It's just a ceramic frog. Why is it so much? It's not even huge. I have a picture. I'll do this sometimes if it's hard to tell perspective. I'll have a picture of my hand next to it so you can get an idea of how big it is. It's, I don't know, maybe 12 inches from nose to butthole. I don't understand why this is 60 bucks. Maybe this maker is something. I tried doing an image search for my computer here and nothing came up. And then I searched ceramic frog and I found one that's a doorstop that went for 65, but it looks kind of similar, but it's not this. I don't get it. Now it's at 70. I'm gonna let this go. 35 is more than I'm willing to risk on that. Okay, I lied. I really have a problem when it comes to bidding. Wow, seriously? Are you kidding me? So this thing right here, I couldn't find it in the brief bit that I was looking it up on eBay, doing a picture search. There's no model numbers or anything on it. Oh, that's the only picture I have of it. But it seems like some sort of industrial thing and could be really expensive. But all right, I'll do one more bid. Nope, it's all yours. For some reason, this looked green. I was looking through my phone camera and I thought I had it, but this guy can keep it. The other appliances have been high, but this stove's about to sell for $22.50. It's gas though, not a lot of people have gas. Okay, I think I figured out the frog. The person currently winning it, it's at 75, has the same last name as the client. So maybe it's like two cousins duking it out over grandma's favorite frog or something. I could see that. I just saw someone just registered and she owns a store, and when she bids, she buys a lot of, the frog's at 80 bucks now. She buys a lot of stuff. I don't think we filmed the one with all the Ethan Allen furniture. She spent like $3,000 on that stuff, but she buys a lot for her store. She doesn't bid on the auctions very much because she's like a one-woman show. She doesn't have anybody else to run the store, so she would have to like close the store to go and pick stuff up. So usually it's not ideal for her. The frog is at $85. Usually it doesn't make sense for her unless it's an auction where she's going to buy a lot. So I have a feeling we're going to get a big invoice from her. Here's the frog. I'm not going to show names, but this person is a regular. He runs has an antique booth. He sells a lot of stuff in. And then it's these two just duking it out to try and get it for a crazy high amount of money. And this is the one that has the same last name as the seller. This one, I'm not sure. It's just it's a name that I don't recognize, so it could be someone related, but it's not related. It doesn't have the same name as the seller. So this doll's going for about 30 bucks shipped or so on eBay, 25 to 30 bucks shipped. And we are at, where did I just see it? 20 bucks. So we're right on the cusp of eBay price on that. I always get excited when we get eBay prices on things because, we're a very different market than eBay. We're dealing with a local market rather than an international market. So we generally don't get as much, and this is the same for any auction company, as much as you would on eBay. And then people like me come in and we kind of decide what gap is worth it, where we can buy it and move it to the international market on eBay and make a profit. All right, the frog officially sold, 85 bucks. Pee-wee's at 30 bucks, $32.50 now. So these Chilton toy sets are like little kitchen sets. They're brand new. And, they're selling for $10. They're not super valuable, but I decided to look them up. And I just looked up Chilton toy kitchen set new on eBay. Look at this. This is the one with the pans. I couldn't find it. This is different. Some of them are like this. This one's Wherever. It only sold for $9. But that one, let's see if there are any listed. You know, it seems to be fairly inexpensive. There's sets like that. That person relisted theirs. That one's up there. $46, but they're not selling for that other than the pots and pans ones. So I am going to bid on that one. I don't think these other ones are of particular interest to me. That one, the pan's kind of coming off. Yeah, this is just kind of generic play set. And then the other one is right here. You know, also seems kind of generic. Country festival set. Oh, Winnie the Pooh. Let's look that one up. Yeah, I'm gonna let the others go. It's at, whoa, just reset here. $17.50 and $12.50. They don't really seem to be. I can't find the exact ones. They don't really seem to be anything special, but I want this one. Hey, the playground got a bid. Be interesting to watch them tear that down. Some of these outside scrap metal lots are actually getting decent bids too. I'm pretty pleased with that. Well, I think I'm gonna let this go. It's, again, only one has sold. There are none listed. I feel like it's not worth it to me to go any higher on that. So the cultivator's at $255. So that's a huge uptick from where it was. This truck is about where it was before. We'll see if any last second bids come in, but it's not looking good. That's the one that we pulled out of the woods. I figured it would go for over $1,000. It's, you know, got a VIN and everything. The front end, you know, doesn't have an engine, and like the front fenders and grill and everything are not attached, but they are, you know, there. All right, so the first trailer got a few bids. This bike, boy, it's really tempting for me to bid on that. It's got 2 seats, but it's not as valuable as I thought. I looked it up. I don't know if I want. Ooh, this beer sign's at $80. What else we got? I can bid again on this. Bid again on this. Bid again on this. There we go. Let's see. Holy cow, $65 on those. I'm gonna pass on those ones. It's up to $505. I said $600 to $800, so we're starting to get close. Starting to get close to the low end of my estimation. I'm gonna let these go. The purple one goes for about $40 online. That's just too much for me. That's up to $95. Beer sign's up to $130, and I almost forgot. I've got a Garfield clock here. I need that to go right over there with the Garfield stuff. Correction, thermometer, not clock, but I got outbid, and I don't think I want to go any higher. That's a lot for that. I actually don't see the beach one on eBay, but this Garfield thermometer is selling for about $30. And oh, trailer just got another bid, $535. I just looked, the person who's winning the Garfield thermometer, that person has the same last name as the customer, so I'm guessing $540. I'm guessing it's another sentimental thing, because that seems kind of high for that. I wasn't expecting, I wouldn't have normally put that on its own. The bike is up to $22.50. Oh, $550 on the trailer. I wouldn't have expected that to really get any bids normally. Maybe sell for like $5, but I wanted it, so that's why that one went on its own. Several people had said that trailer is like $400 or $500 is what it's worth. I felt that was low. I guess they were more spot on than me. It's at $550, so I guess we're kind of between us, but I was really thinking that would be $500-$600, and I thought maybe it could hit $800. It seems like a pretty nice trailer. Honestly, at $550, I would strongly consider buying it for myself if I needed an open trailer. I've got the enclosed trailer, and I don't really ever have a use for an open trailer. I don't really have any place to store it because trailers outside in the parking lot tend to get stolen here. Trailer's still going. It's at $560. They keep waiting until it gets down to the final second and then bid. This absolutely shocks me that this calendar is at $85. This thing's at $20. Tim found this like buried in the dust on the floor of the barn. And he took it out to ask the guys what it was for. And since it was taken out, I put it on its own. 20 bucks. And I kind of wanted these license plates for the firefighter ones, but I'm not paying 25 bucks for these. The chicken nest is at $32.50, which kind of surprises me because the bottoms of these are all rusted out. Which on the other pictures, I'm very clearly sure that they had license plates on the bottom, actually. And then we're getting to the end on these two, 1705 and 505. I don't know the market for this tractor. I was hoping it would go for more than that, though. My guess on the tractor was like 5,000, but I wouldn't be surprised if it goes for 10 or even 15,000. It's a beautiful condition, fully restored. But that was just a shot in the dark guess. It's not like the trailer where I have some knowledge, some experience with them. I have no clue on the tractor, and I couldn't really find any comps online or anything. There's really only 3 people that are reasonably close on this trailer, and it's not looking like there's going to be a bidding war at the end. It's almost done. This one is actually the nephew of the owner of the... Did I say trailer? I meant tractor. Yeah, it looks like we're not going to see a bidding war on either of these. But the trailer's still going. It's at 600, so I guess I was somewhat accurate on my guess. Oh, last second bid. What about this one? This is like right in the ballpark of what I was expecting, maybe even a little higher, so I'm not surprised there's no bidding war. And that one sold 505, but this one, we'll see if we get any action going back and forth on it. And this one's, 227. We're in the 280s here. Surprised that's still going. All right, are we going to get another last second bid, or is it going to sell at 600? And sold 600 bucks for that trailer. These antique ladders, it used to be that we couldn't give them away, but now they're actually doing really well, comparatively speaking. We had another estate a few months ago, and it went fairly high. I hope this buyer isn't annoyed. I said maybe half full. I have no idea. They definitely weren't empty, but that doesn't mean much, and there aren't any gauges to be able to tell. So hopefully that's accurate. And then over here, the tractor is looking like it's going to finish up without a major bidding war. It went up 10 bucks between the last 2 bids. All right, here we go. Sold 1715. So we have someone bidding on a bunch of big stuff, and they have a Missouri address. I sure hope they're driving to Wisconsin to pick this stuff up, because even though we're going to charge their card on file, it's a grinding wheel still, and that thing's probably 100 pounds. Even though we're going to charge their card on file, it could get declined, and then they just never pay, and then the stuff just gets trashed, essentially. It gets left behind. Or perhaps they pay with their card and, oh, you're not going to ship it? Let me do a chargeback. Doesn't matter what our terms and conditions say. Chargebacks always go to the card holder. There's no way to fight it. So hopefully that's either an old address and they're planning on picking up, they live here now, or they're driving up from Missouri. We're in the barn now. And bidding has been pretty active. I've been hearing that ding a whole lot. But being in the barn, that means the big trailer's coming up. I estimated that. I was hoping to get 1,800 to 2,000. I was thinking probably like 12 to 1,500. It's currently at 1,000. 1,007, I think. 1,005, which is a heck of a deal on this trailer. It's in really nice shape. It's really heavy duty, and it comes with the title. This mill or grinder or whatever that is up to 135 too. That's pretty exciting. This wagon wheel lot's going really cheap compared to all the other wagon wheels that have sold in this auction so far. And I think it's because the picture isn't that great. It's really tough to get good pictures in a barn though. Well, oh, never mind. I was just going to say, it looks like that's going to sell without a bidding war, but there we go. These snowmobiles should be going for more because they're covered in barn dust, and we all know barn dust makes things worth 10 times their value. Slowly, this trailer is getting bids. We're up to 1,035 now. There we go. That's what I like to see. Trailer's still going. We're at 1,065. One of the snowmobiles is at 85. Whoa! Quick jump up to 100. We've got another snowmobile down here at 80, and the truck, the Dodge, is at 1,055. Remember, we pulled that off of it because there were 2 tailgates. So that's another little bonus there. This is what I like to see. It's super active. Everything's higher dollar prices. This makes me happy. This makes me very happy. I was so distracted I didn't even see the truck sold. $1,055. Tim said these old dollies go for a few hundred each. I never looked it up, but not here apparently. This thing's still going, by the way, $1,115. All right, are we gonna get a last second bid, or are we selling at $1,200? Which is, again, on the very low end of my expectations, and we are sold. $1,200. Here's one that I didn't think would go for anything. When the guy told me he had no idea what this came off of and thought it was just a generic pedal, I was regretting listing it, but I had already taken the pictures. $2,750. I'm gonna get my old rusty shovel. I'm thinking I'm just gonna donate this to the Railroad Museum. It's from the Canadian Northwestern Railroad. All right, auction is all finished up. We had 185 people register. We had 56,334 unique bids and $13,653 in sales. Hold on, that's views. That's unique bids. That didn't seem right. I don't know how to read. And of the 540 lots, remember 2 of those lots were just the informational ones in the beginning, 498 of them sold, so 42 unsold lots. Of those 185 bidders, 99 ended up buying something. So with the buyer's premium, we ended up with a total of $15,701, and $10,000 of that is going to the consignor. Meaning we made minus 10, 242.97. We made $5,400, $5,458 to be exact, not including change. $5,458.55 to be exact in profit from this auction. Now, of course, I paid $150 for Facebook ads. I paid payroll and everything. There's a lot of other costs. I have to pay for this software. They take 2% plus monthly fee, which is very high. So all of these costs in, we're probably ending up with more like $3,500, but still not bad for a few days work. Now, tomorrow's pickup day, so that is going to be fun. I love pickup day on these auctions because the place clears out so fast. It's my favorite part. And 3 cards got declined, but that's pretty standard. They will most likely come pay and pick up. And I spent $47 on stuff that I probably don't need. It's a little windy today. Let's see how long these stay in the ground. I wouldn't be surprised if I lose 1 or 2 of them today. Which I hope I don't, because those are like $20 each, I think. Maybe less, but still expensive. All right, I got them at the end of the driveway, going in. So no one's here to let us in yet, but the barn doesn't lock, so we should be able to get in there. All right, so we got this reasonably open. It's very dusty. The guy who got the truck wants to pick up first thing this morning. So that means we gotta get these snowmobiles and this trailer out of the way. All right, getting the computer set up in here. That way we can get started. And the trusty Wi-Fi box. So we have internet here. Pure chaos. And I wouldn't have it any other way. He's got some big stuff loading up. Absolute chaos. I haven't slowed down since we got here. So we had a little bit of controversy. We sold that Dodge truck that was in the basement of the barn. It had 2 tailgates, so I made the decision to sell one of them separately because I knew it would do well. And it did. It went for $75. Turns out we sold the wrong tailgate. The one we sold for $75 was supposed to go with the truck, and the one that was in the truck was a Chevy tailgate. Now, they were listed separately, they were advertised correctly, but we should have done it the other way around beforehand. And the guy who bought the truck really wants the tailgate, and he seemed a little sketchy about it. I was worried he was going to steal the tailgate because he had it in the truck. when I was talking to him. So I grabbed it and put it up front where we're hanging out. The other thing is that we sold a room, contents of room, and there were a couple of windows in there that apparently weren't supposed to be sold, which was never relayed to us. But because that building didn't sell, it's got a bunch of antique window sashes in it. So I told the lady, I said, how about you leave these here and take those? And she was cool with that. So thankfully that building didn't sell, because then we wouldn't have extra windows to get her. I'm very curious if the person who bought this is going to disassemble the whole thing, or if they're just going to take the plastics off and build one, go get materials to build their own. The guy who bought the tailgate said he's willing to sell it to the other guy for whatever he paid, so that issue was resolved. The ladies who I did the window deal with back there, she said, I can't get the door open. It's like nailed shut or something. So, oh, I'll get it open. I just ripped the whole door right off the building. Apparently the back tires on this are the original tires from 1954. This is the only time it's ever been stored outside, is at the dealership. I had a viewer just pick up, and I finally remembered I have stickers. This thing's getting loaded now. They had to cut out a tree that was growing up through the middle of that. It's been there a while. And the truck is out of the barn. Word from the wise. Don't get the spicy marinara sauce at Pizza Hut. It's got a good amount of spice, but it's way too vinegary. It tastes like they just poured hot sauce into the seasoning, or into the marinara. Not a fan of that. I don't like the flavor of hot sauce. Boy, this really emptied out. There's only a few lots left here. A lot of the wood was left. This bed I gave it to. We got a scrapper here. Truck guy left this transmission behind and these axles, and we got a scrapper here who's happy to take them. Found this, Brown County, Wisconsin, 1948 dog license. It was mounted to the wall. I kind of bent it up trying to get it off. They just nailed it probably in 1948. I'll add that to my vintage Green Bay collection. They just rolled the thing right onto the trailer, I guess. They didn't even need the tractor. This building's pretty well emptied out, but there is still a good amount of stuff here. The mower's still here. Both trailers are still here. The old Chevy that we have behind the building we pulled out of the woods, that's still here. Looks like one of the snowblower, no, the other snowblower was back here, and he forgot these cans. Thankfully he's got the snowmobiles yet. So we had a bidder from Missouri. I think I mentioned it, I wasn't sure the situation. They are actually from Missouri. They just happened to be on vacation up here and decided to hit up the auction. So that was kind of cool. She said they do this on the East Coast sometimes too. All right, it's 5:30. This room emptied out. There's a few things I gotta check. We got a few invoices that haven't been picked up. These rooms are all emptied out. It's a lot darker in here. They actually removed this window today and boarded it up. This didn't sell, which is a little surprising to me. But we are pretty well cleaned out here. I gotta break down the computer. In fact, a good amount of the unsold items were picked up too. We were giving them away. Fridge is gone. Let's see what the basement. I counted 5 people who hit their head on there, not including myself. I hit my head on there too. Oh, we got some stuff. These games were left behind. I'm pretty certain that sold. The person who bought this lot, he picked up, so he must have just not wanted this stuff. This lot didn't sell. I might take that. What else? Oh, the lady who bought this just wanted the chairs, not the table. But she did take the bench that was made with all the cinder blocks, so that's kind of nice. Some stuff was left here. I don't know what that is. That looks like it was cleared out. This lot of toys, I'm pretty certain had to have sold, and that wasn't picked up. So, definitely cleaned out pretty well. This building here looks like it was basically cleared out. Oh, we got some milk crates here. I'm gonna have to see who won these because I will definitely take these back if they were left behind. Whatever that is never got listed, but oh well, I doubt it's worth anything. I'm a little surprised this rope didn't go. I think it was part of a lot. Whoever bought the lot never took it. Let's look upstairs. The glass block did not sell. Whoever bought it must have just wanted the window panes. And that's another crate. Is it? Oh yeah, I'll grab that too. Handles for something. I don't think they'd sell. What is this? I don't know what this is. Oh, it's a baby swing. At least that's what the box is for. I don't want it. So up here, emptied out. It's kind of a shame these buildings are all just gonna get torn down. Garage, basically empty. No one bought the gas can. I feel like I could use an extra gas can. Or the buckets. That, the guy said he's on his way. In here, I believe all of this is unsold and not, I don't remember, but I don't think there's anything I want to grab here. Oh, this is a nice shepherd's hook. I think I'll grab that. Put that in the house, by my house. I don't think I want any of those. Oh boy, it's dark in here. It doesn't seem like, oh, maybe that can. I'll take a closer look at it. And the shovel I think I'll grab. The rest I think can be left. See a metal crate. No, there's nothing on it, so I'll leave that behind too. Found a cast iron muffin tray on the floor too, so I'll grab that. And in here, some of this stuff was bought by family, so it's being left. Looks pretty well cleared out. The siding didn't sell, which really is a shame because this is good siding. Is that a piece of scaffolding? I don't know what that is. Maybe a one-time it was scaffolding, but it's wood. Yeah, barn is basically emptied out. There's this board goes across. You can see there's one log up there. I don't know what its purpose is. Oh, I think it holds the door shut. Just looking to see if there's anything I want in here. I found one of these boards. It was face down. It was an old sign, so I grabbed that. Not really worth anything, but it'd be cool to hang it up in the warehouse. All the wood in here was picked up. They're hauling a load of barn wood out. And down here, this bottom looks like night and day difference. It's so empty. It's very dark now. But yeah, this must not have sold. I mean, look how empty it is in here. Guess these cages didn't sell either. This hasn't been opened for probably 50 years. I have no idea how long it's been here. This didn't sell, or this sold, but they didn't pick it up. It only sold for $2. It's a sliding door track for a barn door. Looks like this all cleared out over here. Be very interesting to see what becomes of this place, because they're keeping the barn, the dealership that bought the property. I'm sure they'll find stuff buried in here too. I know we found a few things that ended up going to the auction that were buried in dust. I almost forgot the pizza and the radio and Mitch's Skittles. Last look before I am gone for good and never to return. Oh, the last look is blurry apparently. Well, that's the best you're gonna get. My phone is so good, it focuses on the glass window. So I am heading out of here. I've got some stuff that I'm gonna be able to sell and make a little bit more money afterwards, things people left behind. But the best compliment that I can get, well, the best compliment I can get is a referral. And these guys, every single one of them sound like they're interested in bringing stuff to our warehouse. One person said he's got a ton of beer stuff. But also, and this might be a little morbid, 3 of the guys are getting up there in age. Hopefully, this doesn't happen for a long time, but maybe one day I'll be able to handle their estate as well. But anyways, the best compliment, oh, I gotta get the signs. I cannot, that sign wasn't here this morning, I don't think. I almost forgot about these. And the ones at the end of the driveway are still there, so I gotta turn around and grab those. All right, and the ones at the end of the driveway. Don't want to forget these. And they all held up in the wind. Anyways, the best compliment that I can get, for the 15th time, is a compliment where they don't even know I can hear it. I was walking up by the building, one of the buildings, and they were inside talking about how great of a job we did and how they were super impressed, couldn't believe what they got for some of their stuff, and that just put the biggest smile on my face. Maybe they saw me out the window and were trying to be nice, but I don't think they did. So I am super pumped about that. It is 6:40 p.m. It took me about an hour to get packed up, but also I was chatting because I am a chatty person. I have to get the truck unloaded and then I'm just going home. It's been a long day. And we are going to Kewanee tomorrow to do the auction. I teased it a little bit earlier in this video. And that video should be up in, I'd guess, 2 weeks or so. November 6th or 5th, whatever day is a Tuesday, is when the auction will end. Pickup day is the following day. And so it'll be, after that when the video goes up. So anyways, I hope you enjoyed this video. It was a ton of fun. I love doing these auctions. And I will see you in the next one. Oh, one more thing. That trailer that sold for $600, when we got there, he said he was hoping it would get $200. We got 3 times what he was hoping for. I'm so happy about this one. So anyways, see you in the next one.